The court has ordered essential workers back to their posts. It follows days of protests that the health minister says has led to the deaths of patients. Nqobile Madlala is currently at the Nqobile Community Health Clinic west of Durban, where security were preventing workers from entering. Nqobile, we understand that workers have since been let in. What was the reason given for even barring them in the first place?
Well, we saw some of the leaders going in to speak to the CEO, and then we heard from some from the meeting or maybe the brief to the workers that they were worried about the infrastructure. So I'm going to show you why. So if you look down here, there was some of what seems to be like mattress and tires that were being burnt in this area, and it seems the community healthcare center was worried that potentially there could be a sense of destroying the infrastructure in the clinic. As a result, they then decided to get the security that you see behind, the securities that are wearing white, so the security for the clinic, but what you see behind is the security carrying big guns with the Navy uniform. Those are the security that we are told are private securities that were supposed to be taking care of their infrastructure, and they are purely here to make sure that there is no burning. And we'll show you that some of the places, of course, as you can see here, still melted from whatever was happening here. But when we spoke to some of the leaders, they did say to us that they were not responsible for what happened here, and they're not really sure what caused all of this. So we are going to get Uyanda Zulu, who is from Nahau, to give us an update in terms of why the CEO now has changed their minds and let your workers in.
You remember when we reported initially, the people who refused workers to enter here was that heavily armed security personnel, and the CEO was very, very clear that is not against workers entering in, and himself he was not aware where these people are coming from. So we've had a discussion with the CEO together with this security personnel and other managers of the hospitals and the leaders of the union in the CACs. We have agreed that workers must go back at work, because if they are not back at work, it will now be the management of health that is now in contempt of court. But we have made some remarks that we do not think that the armed security service is needed here, considering that even himself, the CEO made an indication that the business here was not affected.
But of course there were concerns over the fact that there's infrastructure that was burned.
No, we were told so, but it's not our members that did this. And inside here, because I think it's always important to make this point, inside here, there were like a maternity leave was not affected at all. Workers made sure that there is a skeleton staff whenever there are some demonstrations outside. So workers are back, they are going back to work and service the community.
Thank you very much for speaking to us, Ayanda. But of course, Fundo, I want to show you. So this is a damage that was done here, and they're saying that these are not their members that had done that damage. Just if you look across, Fundo, you will see that there's also a TVET college that's currently on strike. They are, of course, speaking to the police there. As you can see, the police are blocking off the campus. So it's unclear as to how this damage then was done. And you can see them as well being peaceful in terms of their strike. But now Nahau members are, of course, back into Nqobile Community Healthcare Center to assist the people that need that assistance and the patients that we saw going in. But the security has not left. They are here to guard the infrastructure, we're being told. So they will remain here, and the staff, of course, will do their work.
All right. Nqobile, thank you very much for that update. That's a reporter, Nqobile Madlala, out at Nqobile.